Swearing, thefts, and insulting. No one ever swear, no one ever insulted, no one ever tried to rob something or was a thief. Can you imagine what the world would be like then? Let's talk about these one by one. First of all, swearing. Swearing is bad because if overused and if used in a place where it's not too appropriate, it could make people focus too much on that if it's offensive to them, if they feel it's offensive to them. And that would make them, and if they focus only on that, perhaps they would have less progress in other parts of life because they're spending all this time focusing on that swear word you said that was actually, they saw it as rude. Furthermore, swearing sometimes is just a waste of time. Let's say every time you're going to say a sentence like, I'm going to fire truck destroy this place, where you replace fire truck with the F word, right? If you say that instead of saying I'm going to destroy this place, that's like 1-2 seconds you just wasted. Which that isn't too much, but if you do that for like 10 million sentences, or like thousands of sentences, that's thousands of sentences, hours. Possibly if it's over, if it's a couple thousand sentences, hours of your time wasted. We want to save as much time as possible. We want to save as much time as possible. So swearing will only, although it might seem like a very short amount of time that's being wasted when you say it, if you repeat that a bunch of times, it's gonna add up to a lot of time that's being wasted. Third thing, there's absolutely no point to swearing. Just what's the point of that? You use other words, and because it could make people feel bad, then and there's absolutely no point to it, then therefore you should not swear. And not swearing doesn't make you seem like a so some people think that swearing makes them seem strong. Not really. How is swearing gonna make you seem strong, right? It just makes no sense. And it can make you get angrier as well, and that's just gonna make you feel worse, and it's gonna hurt everyone around you possibly. Okay, so let's talk about insulting. This kind of ties into swearing because you can swear in insults. However, this not only harms yourself because you're going against someone else, it could take up your brain power, it could do all those things, but also harms the person you're talking to. So it harms two people, it benefits absolutely no one, and there's no reason to do it. Therefore, insulting is objectively bad, unless there's a real reason to do it. In all of these things, there can be possibly good reasons to do that. For example, if someone has a weapon and they're forcing you to say a swear word, do not sit there and say, I'm not going to say it because it's bad to swear. No. If it's going to save your life, then of course you have to do it. Last thing is the thefts. Stealing things. Let me just say a couple negative things it does. One, it risks you going to jail. Two, it can risk your life if the person you're robbing from has a gun and then finds you. Three, you're taking from someone else, and if you get arrested, then what's that? How is that even going to help you? And four, you can make money or get that things that you want from robbing from other ways. Like instead of robbing to steal like $1 billion from someone's house, instead work until you make $1 billion. So for these reasons, stealing is bad. Swearing, insulting, and thefts are all bad. Unless someone is, I don't know, they have like a torture machine and they're saying you have to go steal from this house. If not, I'll put you in this torture machine and you can't like bear going in the torture machine. Then in that case, I'd say it's fine. I'd say it's probably fine this too. Was this a short video or is this a long video? I forgot. Okay. Do cool things and be a cool human. Goodbye.